Hey guys, NCS Fan 001 here, welcoming you to the road to my 163rd Platinum Trophy. So, today's game is Uncharted 1, so Uncharted Drake's Fortune Remastered. So this is the PS4 version of Uncharted 1, part of the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection, though I think I've heard they're going to start selling the three separately some point in the near future.
Just about there.
So anyway, like I said, it's Uncharted 1 Remastered. And there's our last trophy there. Shoot some B-roll for Elena. And the Platinum Trophy. Very uncreative. Exit out of that. So, Uncharted 1 Remastered. As everyone knows, Uncharted 1 is probably the hardest game in the franchise to do overall. I would say it's probably the hardest because of the game's design and everything, but it's still not that bad. None of the Uncharteds are known for being particularly hard to platinum or finish, even on crushing. They've gotten easier over the years, like 1 was the hardest, then 2 was the second hardest, 3 was the third hardest, and 4 was the easiest. So, anyway, Uncharted 1, I do still have some extended collection DLC trophies to get to, and I'll get to those in just a second. But anyway, you're going to have to beat the game on each of the 4 difficulties of the trophy stack, and crushing is actually available from the beginning in this game, which is really, really nice. So basically, you could theoretically get every trophy in a single playthrough with some cleanup, though that's kind of unlikely. But yeah, finish the game on crushing without changing the difficulty. Crushing in this game is a lot tougher, and it definitely has some tough sections, but if you really want, you can do like what I did and use a method to enable tweaks for your crushing and then brutal playthroughs, which I highly suggest doing, at least for brutal. You don't need to do it for crushing, because crushing isn't that bad, but definitely it just speeds up the process a lot just because, well, then again, you do have to beat the game once on hard to unlock the tweaks, so it's kind of iffy as to which one's going to be better. It's all up to you, though. Then you have to find all treasures. There are only 61 treasures in this game, 60 plus the strange relic, so that's not too bad. And then you got to get headshot kills. That's pretty easy. A lot of these are pretty grindy, though. Like, Uncharted's 1 and 2 were particularly grindy for trophies compared to the later 2 games, even though 3 still had a good amount of grinding. That's easy, that's easy, that's easy. That one can be a little tricky. It's best done on the first mission of the game because the brutal combo still doesn't work that well. 3 enemies with an explosion. That one can be a little tricky as well. There's a good place in Chapter 4 to do it, though. Gunfire while hanging, grenades while hanging, shooting from the hip, the Steel Fist trophies. The Steel Fist trophy is actually a little bit tougher this time around because, unlike on the PS3 version, you can't just restart checkpoint after getting a couple. So what you want to do is get 1 or 2 Steel Fist kills, save your game, and then reload the save, and that'll work. You can't reload checkpoint, though. Stealth attacks, that one's kind of grindy because this was probably the least stealth-oriented game. 75 kill streak, that's not too hard, just as long as you don't fall off a cliff or something. 30 enemies with grenades, that's easy. Like, these are all just the grindy ones related to various weapons. Nothing really hard about any of these, they just might be a little bit grindy, but after beating the game once, you'll be able to access many of these weapons from the pause menu, and none of these are really that hard to get. You'll probably get a good amount of them naturally by playing through the game a couple times. And then you have the 4 trophies that were added in for the remastered. This one's extremely easy, just load up photo mode. And then complete 3 sections of the game in a speedrunning fashion. Nothing too hard there, a little tricky, but not the easiest, but not the hardest thing in the world. Then we come to the extended collection. These are not necessary for the platinum, but you have to beat the game on brutal, which is apparently awful. Not looking forward to that. But all the other trophies in this are pretty easy, so you do have to complete the entire game in a continuous speed run in less than 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's actually not that hard to do. It can be a little bit tricky, but it's really not that hard to do because you can do it on easy and you don't have to fight or kill every enemy. I still have to do this one. That's the one I'm saving for very last after I've completed the game on brutal and can install the patch. So I can actually go online for this because I don't have the patch installed currently, so I can use the tweak glitch. So anyway, that is it for Uncharted Drake's Fortune Remastered. I'll go back to it at some point soon, though, to finish off the DLC. So, with that, level 38, 37%, 8,764 total trophies, 163 platinums, 810 golds, 2,174 silvers, 5,617 bronzes. So I don't know what my next platinum will be. It'll either be whatever comes next on GameFly. Now that I have a PS Vita, I'm not entirely sure what that will be because I'm going to have to start throwing PS Vita games into the mix. As well as I'll probably start working on Uncharted 2 Remastered soon. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you for the next one.